Hey gamers, it's Wintermute here from Grind This Game with a special live stream today. Hopefully everything is working. I don't live stream very often. I think this is my third one now, so let me know if there's any technical difficulties. I'm broadcasting at 1080p instead of 4K just because last time I tried 4K and it didn't work very well. And I usually don't have a second monitor set up, but I do today for the chat so I can read the chat while we're going. So I'll do a little brief base tour. Hi everyone in the chat. I'd read all your names, but there's actually quite a few of you in there already. Hello, hello. Yeah, brief base tour. If you're watching, you've probably seen my base before. It's kind of messy, but yeah. So we got 20 dupes. We got basic bedrooms. Bathrooms, a medical bay, massage clinic, and a little entertainment room down here for them to chill out. Now I have this arcade cabinet disconnected at the moment. Oh, I'm sorry, Wither. I'm sorry you have school. I'll try to do an earlier stream time in the future. So yeah, that's we got our main food source has been mushrooms, which has worked really well. Whenever we dig up slime, it just ends up in here or in the algae distiller down here. And we got a good food reserve. I'm just letting the food reserves kind of go down. Yes, this will count as the next episode. I'll save this recording, so if you are not able to stay for the whole thing, don't worry, it'll be on YouTube, probably later today or tomorrow. BRI Jesh. I don't know how to spell your name, but I know you. Hello. I'm going to stream for probably 2 hours. So yeah, what was I saying? Mushrooms has been the main food. I still have, if I go under edible here. Oh, I can't, my UI, I got to change my UI a little bit here because I can't see everything on screen here. I usually have my UI scale way different for 4K. Okay, here we go. So we still have 200,000 life from like the first 20 cycles. But mainly it's fried mushrooms, which are slowly going down because I haven't been giving them slime. How do you get slime? I'm going to do a guide on how to get slime. I have a guide out there for how to dig it and kind of how toxic it is and how much the dupes can handle. I'll link to that maybe in the description of this video or in a comment. You just gotta take it slow. You gotta make sure you store your slime underwater. Like I'm storing all my slime right here in this container. I don't have any right now, but it's on a high priority. Let's just see here. Yeah, priority 7. It should be probably a little bit higher. So, but whenever I go in here and dig, where should I get? I'll go dig some slime right here. I'm so used to 4K. My UI is a little bit different. Okay, so they'll go in there, they'll dig it up, and actually first place it'll probably go is the mushrooms. But if the mushrooms are all filled up and the algae distiller is all filled up, it'll probably end up in these containers. Sorry, I'm just pausing to read the chat here. Oh yeah, I could feed the lice lift to the critters. Automation and power. Okay, yeah, I'll go over the stuff at the top in a bit here. I could probably speed things up, but I'll just run slow speed for now. Down here we got our oil refineries. I'm collecting oil from down here, or I was, but I kind of used up a lot of it. So there used to be a pump here bringing oil up, and I stored it all in this compression chamber, which is kind of an exploit, but I kind of like how neat and tidy it is. So there's 46,000 tons of oil and 32,000 tons of oil in each tile here. So there's a lot of oil in there. And that's where we're grabbing the oil right now. In past videos, I showed how to set this up. But basically, you fill it up with oil, you put a little dribble of petroleum, and then it allows it to put a whole bunch of stuff in there. And then we're taking the oil up and we're refining it into petroleum up here. Storing the excess petroleum in these liquid reservoirs, which are insulated, which is pretty nice. The natural gas that builds up in here, we're taking out with a pump, and sending it off to our natural gas generators, which are up here. So here's the main power generation that I started to build. My cursor's not aligned with the hover box. Oh yeah, let me just see here. Okay, one sec. My recording software does sometimes do weird stuff with the mouse cursor. One sec. Please stand by. I'm watching a delayed version of the recording, so... I gotta wait till the stream catches up. Oh yeah, my mouse pointer's totally messed up. Well, I'm not gonna restart things at this point. Hopefully you can just understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so we got our power set up here. Natural gas going in, CO2 going out, and the CO2 is just heading down to our slicksters. Yeah, the mouse pointer thing's going to be pretty annoying. I'm sorry. Got a little slickster farm down here. They're mainly petroleum or the molten slicksters, and they're overcrowded right now. I should probably eat some of their eggs or something. Because I'm a little bit far in the game now, it takes a while to save a little bit, so. Okay, so that's natural gas setup. Oh, what else do I have out here? I'll show my oxygen setup. But first I'll just briefly mention, I leave all my wild wheat to grow. Just because it's a nice, free way to get food. They do take a while to grow, but if you leave all your ice biomes intact and keep them cold, you'll get free food. So yeah. Oh yeah, I do have a guide series. I have 2 guide series out there. One's like a basic guide. I think there's like 7 or 8 parts. And I'm gonna keep adding to that as I go. But then there's also more advanced guides, which are a bit older now, so some of the stuff doesn't apply. Like, I talk about abyssalite pipes in those guides, and we don't have abyssalite pipes anymore. I'm gonna do a ranching guide. I'm gonna do a morale guide, and a few other guides. So this is oxygen in the base. Temperature is pretty good. Power, pretty messy. I gotta do a little bit of cleanup there. Too bad the stoves can't cook more than one thing at a time, unless they fixed it. So we got gristleberries, we got barbecue, we got pepper bread, omelets whenever we get eggs, and fried mushrooms. I should... someone asked for the automation overlay. There's no automation in the base really, except for these minor things. These algae deoxidizers just kick in if the oxygen runs low, if any kind of emergencies happen. So over here is the oxygen generation. It's not optimal by any means because I'm using gas filters, but there's the overlay for the gas. 2 electrolyzers in a ratio to 4 pumps. That pumps everything out, and then I filter it in a gas filter to filter the hydrogen out, and the hydrogen goes to the nullifier, the hydrogen generators, and this whole system is kind of contained in this box here, and my mouse is probably showing the wrong place, but it's just duplicated twice because I happen to have 2 nullifiers close by to each other. I use heavy watt wire for pretty much everything in here. It's all on the main grid. There's a little bit of automation, I think. Nope, no automation. I'm just burning off the excess hydrogen in the hydrogen generators. So that's oxygen. That's supplying cool oxygen to the base at around 16 degrees. And I have another kind of water compression thing here. It's compressing our polluted water. There's a lot of polluted water in there now. And this used to be completely full. Over to the right here, this slush geyser, polluted water vent. Actually, it comes out at 30 degrees, which is nice and somewhat cool. It completely filled up, so I'm slowly draining it, and I'll probably move my pump up to closer to the geyser. Let me just get caught up with the chat here. Yeah, cooling my energy. I should be doing a cooling loop through here, because when you have a cold natural gas generators, you'll get cold polluted water out of it. And I've just been dumping all my polluted water down here, so I should probably do something about that at some point. We have too much water. There's way too much water on this map. The map seed is 666. And as you can see here, there's a water geyser here. I'm not even using. It would output a lot of water. 7.4 kilograms per second. And then there's a steam geyser that I have capped off right here. And there's a water geyser up here I'm not even using. Way up in the top left. Somewhere up here. Yeah, right here. I'm not even using this really. This little contraption I went over in a few previous videos. It's my gold volcano, and it's using the heat from the gold volcano to power a steam turbine. So I dribbled some water in there. When it gets hot enough from the gold, whenever the volcano goes off, it goes to the steam turbine, deletes a bunch of heat, ends up at the top here. And then I use a pump that's made out of thermium, which has a melting point of 975 degrees. So this thing can get really hot. It never gets that hot, but I made it out of thermium anyway. It'll pump the hot steam back down, or the cooled steam down into here. It'll get reheated up from the gold. Now someday I have to go in here and actually get the gold out. But I haven't done that yet. So there's that. My base is very messy. I'm sorry. I kind of just build things organically on the fly, and I just kind of do the bare minimum to get things to work. But the thing I wanted to focus on in this episode was my stuff that's going up top here. Up at the top, all the space stuff. So I'll briefly do a tour up here. Now I know my setup here is not optimal, but I've kind of done ignore this part, 2 bunker tiles with a robo-miner, then 2 bunker doors, and then 2 bunker. The pattern is more normal here. So the robo-miners, they're made out of steel. Only one of them has melted so far, so they seem to stay cool magically. I'm not quite sure how. I guess they don't actually give off heat. So whenever a meteor shower comes in, the regolith collects on these doors. And then when the meteor shower is done, the doors open and the light comes through. Right now there is a meteor shower about to come in. Let's see our sensor. Yeah, it's saying that there's a meteor shower coming in. My scan quality is 0 right now because the doors are closed, and the network quality says 0. But these things actually work. If they have scan quality 0, they actually still alert when an asteroid is coming in. Yeah, my cursor is definitely in the wrong place. Am I bored? No, I'm not bored. I'm just I don't know. I just have a boring sounding voice, I guess. Is the regolith hot enough to melt steel? Not the steel bunker doors, and not the bunker tiles. If regolith does touch the robo-miners, it can heat them up to a point where they melt. Yeah, exactly. I'm not bored. I could sound super exciting and like a lot of YouTubers and scream at you, but that's just not the way I roll. So solar panel, we'll have to wait. Let's speed things up so we can get through this meteor shower. And you can see the light flow through. And then I get a bunch of power from this. All the solar panels are on a heavy watt wire. And then all the doors are on various 2 kilowatt wire circuits. I've got my little transformer room down here, which I had to actually put in a room with some air. It didn't need to be oxygen, but I put oxygen in here to keep them cool. Some people cool off their top area and keep it all enclosed in drywall, but I've just left it open to space. Now the solar panels, they can actually float in the air. They don't actually need a base, and they don't heat up anymore. They changed it so they don't heat up, so that's why they're not melting. Automation for bunker doors, yes. It's very, very simple. Very simple. Oh, we got overheating damage. So here we go. This hasn't happened that often, but this is overheating. Whenever this happens, which is not that often, I just rebuild them. Which is probably not the best idea, but we'll go rebuild that one later. So the automation is ignore this automation here. This was just like a thing I was using earlier on. The main automation is just a NOT gate. So if the scanner gets a signal, it goes through a NOT gate, and that is connected to all our bunker doors. So basically, if the meteor shower comes in, doors close, and then when the meteor shower is over, the doors open. And because my scanner network isn't very good, it can be a little bit early, so we're not getting as much sunlight as we could. I'm terrible at talking and reading the chat at the same time. This is why I don't stream. Are your scanners on the glass have automation wires attached to them? No, they don't. I only have one scanner that's hooked up into the automation. So the way the scanners work, I think, is they add to the network quality, even if they're not connected. You only need the signal from one of them, which is down. This is the one that it's hooked up to. So it's really simple. Some people have built really elaborate automation. There's a setup that some people use. I'll just quickly show it, where you use a sorry for the mouse cursor thing. They use a mechanized airlock, and they put a scanner on top of it, and they put the robo-miner below it, and that way the scanners don't block the sunlight most of the time. Actually, I don't. It requires crazy automation, so I don't even do it. So I'm just reading the chat here. Okay. The thing I wanted to get to in this episode, or not episode, but live stream, is my liquid oxygen setup, because I need liquid oxygen and then later liquid hydrogen for the hydrogen engine. So I got it actually working just after my last episode. It wasn't flowing because I had too much liquid in the pipe. So all I did was I sent a dupe in and I emptied a little bit of the pipe, which allowed it to flow. So right now it's actually working. So it's getting really cool in here. It's negative 170 or so. The liquid, what's it called? Supercoolant is going through this loop here. And there's some automation here that shows there's a liquid thermo sensor, and I have it set to below minus 210 Celsius. And that basically protects the liquid from flowing into the aquatuner if it's too cool. So there's a shut-off valve here that turns off if the here's the automation. If the coolant is too cool, it shuts off and just loops. But if it's warm enough, it continues on into the aquatuner, goes in at negative 210 or so, and comes out at negative 225, 224. Now I should set this. Oh, actually, I have it set down to minus 210. So eventually, this room will get cool enough. Let's just check the oxygen here. The oxygen's at minus 185, and the temp shift plates are minus 180. So it's cooling down here. Oh, we actually have our first drops of liquid oxygen. There it goes. Very nice. Not very much, but it'll slowly. It took a while for this room to cool down. Do I have a really beefy machine? It's kind of an old computer, a couple years old, but is ranching Pacus effective? I've wrenched them in the past. I don't wrench them anymore. It's effective for small amounts of slime. All my scanners are made out of steel up in space. Yeah, my critters are starving. I'm not giving them enough CO2. So this oxygen cooling setup is not my design. I mean, I was going to build something similar using this. The key to the system is this liquid pipe thermosensor and aqua tuner. So this design comes from Natyavel, who's this Russian guy who posts on the Klei forums, and he did a little YouTube video about his setup. So this is very similar to what he had. He also has this liquid hydrogen build. Haha, boring face. Boring face really wants me to use CO2 into dirt. Or dirt into CO2? I think he meant CO2 into dirt. So this build, it's pretty good. It's working. It's not that overly complicated. His liquid hydrogen build is very similar, except to make sure the hydrogen doesn't get too cold, he preheats it slightly, preheats the liquid coolant before it goes into the aqua tuner. Now this aqua tuner gets really hot because it's operating, and the way to cool it, the easiest way to cool it that I found is using a steam turbine. So there was some water in here. I dribbled some water in here initially with a pitch pump. What are they called? Bottle emptier. Dribbled some water in here, maybe like 100 kilograms per tile on the bottom. The aqua tuner got super hot. Turned it into steam. We've got steam in here at 193 degrees. And once the steam gets hot enough, it'll go through the turbine. It wants steam that's 226 to 227 degrees. Yeah, my cursor's off center because my stupid recording software. Sorry about that. If I could quickly fix it, I would, but the stream is going now. I don't want to mess with things up. I'll try to not use the cursor to point at things. So the steam gets hot enough, goes in the steam turbine, comes out the other side, much cooler, and then we pump that cool steam back down using a gas pump. And I've made the gas pump out of thermium so that it doesn't melt down. You could also use niobium, which is another new material. Let's just see here. Niobium melts down at, or it adds a plus 500 overheat. Thermium adds plus 900. So thermium was probably overkill in here. I could have just used niobium. So you can see the coolant occasionally going in here. Now this design is good. I like it. It's working. We've got liquid oxygen being made. But one of my favorite streamers, Lifegrowski, who streams on Twitch, I'll put a link in the description of when I save this recording. But you can look him up, Lifegrowski. He came up with a more simplified design, which I really like. And I've kind of traced it out here. Maybe I'll just redraw it just to explain it. And sorry about my cursor because it's going to be annoying. But let's just quickly do it. I might do it for real during the stream, but we'll just see here. Now hopefully I can do everything from memory here. He uses a liquid reservoir before it goes into the aqua tuner, and the reservoir is perfectly insulated. He used a hotter material just because he puts it right in his steam room. But it kind of works like this. He takes his, he's got his cooling loop, let's say it's down here like this. And actually, I'll use a bridge here. You don't need a bridge here, but it just makes it somewhat neater and tidier. So the warm coolant goes in the top of the reservoir. And then it comes out of here and it goes into a pipe. Oh, it's under plumbing. The pipe temperature sensor right here. Okay, let me catch up with the chat here. It's flying, but there's a lot of chat going on here. Okay. So we sense whether the liquid is warm enough or cool enough to go into the aquatuner. And instead of having a shutoff valve like I did over here on the right, we do some automation that says send the liquid into the aquatuner if it's cool enough. Otherwise, send it up into a bridge like this. Hopefully I'm doing this right. And we kind of merge. Actually, it merges like this. Goes back down into the loop. Cancel that. I got a bit of lag here, sorry. So the automation says if it's warm enough or if it's too cold, turn off the aquatuner. So there's automation would normally hook up like this. And then we'd set the temperature on this thing. So if the liquid's too cold, and by too cold I mean like if it's cold enough that it goes in the aquatuner and freezes to a solid, that's too cold, which is minus 210 Celsius. If it's too cold, just bypass. It'll flow in, it'll branch and go up and go through this bridge instead. Otherwise, if it's warm enough, it'll go into the aquatuner and come back around into the cooling loop. Now the liquid reservoir, it acts as kind of like a temperature buffer because the packets can be various temperatures. When they go into the reservoir, they kind of even out in temperature, so you don't get super cold coolant going in through the system. So maybe I'll try to build that during the stream. Let's just see here. I have this thing already operating, so I kind of don't want to disturb it, but because if we crack it open, it's going to get, we're going to lose our liquid oxygen, which is probably okay. We don't have much in there. Maybe I'll just rebuild it on camera. Yeah, I know, my mouse cursor's off. It's my streaming software. It's not very good. I should have used something else. But it'll be my repeated, I'll be repeating that every 5 minutes. Sorry. Maybe we should get a rocket launching. That would be a good thing to do. I used to have a robo-miner right down by the rocket, but it gets too hot and it melts. So, is it worth it to cycle liquid oxygen to your forges? What are the forges? I don't know what the forges are. Do we have enough fuel here? Is everything ready to go? I gotta let my gantries go back out. Let's do that. I think they're both broken. They melt every time I launch the rocket. Maybe I should build them out of something. Even the thermium wouldn't work. I'm gonna upgrade this rocket, I think. I'm not gonna add a second one. Okay, they're fixing the gantries. Let's get a good old tank in there. Oh, the cargo bay is not empty. What do we have in there? Abyssalite? Isoresin, fullerene. Okay, we gotta use that fullerene up. I'll make some more super coolant. There it goes. It's grabbing the stuff now. My food is depleting because I'm not really growing any food. Okay, so we got... Oh wow, this tile here is breaking. I'm gonna replace that with a bunker tile. Can they build that? Yeah, they should be able to build that once I... Yeah, the heat is spreading. Yeah, I'd have to replace all this actually. I think what I'll do is, this is a band-aid for sure, but I'm gonna put a layer of bunker tiles just up top here to catch all this hot stuff so it doesn't kind of transmit through. And I'll probably try to sweep up all this hot stuff. I put this molecular forage in a room with oxygen because it was overheating. Oh wow, look at them all. Look at them all build so quickly. Oh, that hurt. Ultimate trapped himself, of course. Let's get a little ladder there for him so we can get down. They're really good at trapping themselves. Okay, that's still gonna heat up from there. Actually, what am I doing? It's all gonna heat up anyway. It's all connected. Anyway. Trying to read all the chat while I stream here. Oh yeah, I have a lot of waste, for sure. So I think we're all fueled up. The rocket is, someone said that you can launch the rocket even though it's entombed. I'm gonna try that out. My gantries are gonna get smashed again. It's a mess up here, I know. It's not a great setup. It is not a great setup. Hey, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but Deliridi? Del. I'll call you Del. How much iron do I have? 10 tons. I kind of only refine what I need. Use vacuum insulation. Yeah, I'm going to do that, I think, for this. Actually, I might. I was thinking of putting a vacuum border around this tank here, because everything's kind of getting very cold. Wow, we got 141 people watching. That's a record. That is a record. Let's get this rocket out of here. Now I'm using oxalate for my rocket right now. And I do want to switch to liquid oxygen. I could probably let a lot more oxygen in there. Let's send in some more. Actually, let's set this to like 1,000. See what happens. Now I was going to pre-cool my oxygen in this room with some wheezeworts, but I didn't get around to it yet. Don't have a lot of extra wheezeworts. But I think I might rebuild this using the better method that Lifegrow showed me, even though this is working. It is working. But it's a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. Let me know in chat if you think I should kind of rip this apart and improve it during the stream, or just leave it alone. Beside it, I could start building out the hydrogen version, but we'd have to still maybe go in here, or I'd have to duplicate this. Okay, I think the rocket's ready. Hank. Oh, Hank, why isn't Hank going on? Hank, where are you? Are you able to go in here? Maybe Hank is on an espresso break. Hank, where are you? Oh, my dupes are injured. Some of my dupes are injured. We gotta heal them. Hank is injured. Hank and Captain G. Okay, when Hank gets back, we'll cure him. But Captain G we can fix right now. Sorry about the mouse cursor. There we go. Keeps dancing. The thing I'm trying to rebuild is the oxygen cooling system. Don't rebuild it. Just redirect the flow. Oops. I could build the hydrogen one beside it. That would probably be the best way to do it. That way I don't have to take down the first one. And that way we can start using our liquid oxygen as well. But it means duplicating this. But I think we can do it. Let's just see. Let's just see if I can build it in there. Yeah, that should be safe. I'll put a ladder down into here. Now, I built this thing under my rocket, which was kind of stupid because we get a lot of free heat every time the rocket goes off. Did Hank go inside yet? Something is very messed up with this. Hank cannot get there. Oh yeah, the fish. I'm just waiting for Hank. I want to launch this darn rocket. But Hank is like... I don't know what he's doing. He usually comes right away. Hank, where are you? Do you have access to the roof? You're idle. What is going on with Hank? Is he trapped there? Okay, we're gonna send Hank up to the rocket. We're gonna send him right to the gantry, so he goes in there. Because he's not being very good. Because I want to launch the rocket. Here he comes. Yeah, what? Go inside. What is going on? Drag, drop. Yeah, I wish. I think this is a bug, because usually he just goes right inside. He's got his gantry. He's got a ladder. He's got a path. Go inside, Hank. We command thee. Get inside. This is very strange. Don't forget to select Hank on the rocket. Yeah, I know. He's assigned to the rocket. Priority 9. Oh, there he goes. I just reassigned him and it worked. Okay. Yeah, he's tired of space. He's been the only one going on the mission, so maybe he wants to retire. Okay, let's go. I've just been going to this close rocket because it's got a decent amount of Isoresin and stuff, and that way we get the rocket back. Let's see this thing blast off. Now look at all this hot stuff going into my room here. This is a bad place to build it. Now the insulation should be protecting it, I think. No. No, it heated up everything. This is a bad setup. Very bad. Ideally it would be kind of beside the rocket, not underneath the rocket. So maybe I'll try to build the liquid hydrogen thing here. Let's just start planning that out here. Not priority 9 though. Sorry for my mouse cursor, it's all messed up. This doesn't have to be very big. I should be using the dupes with jet suits for this, but didn't really get around to. Well, I used them and I didn't like them. They were too slow. So we're gonna insulate this with, normally I'd use ceramic, but for this I'm just gonna use regular old igneous rock insulated tile. And I have to dig all this out, so please stand by. Yeah, I want to go to the ice planet. I have to reconfigure the rocket because you can only have the cargo bay or the biological. You can't have a rocket with both, from what I've experienced. Yeah, I'm making barbecue. Whenever we get spare meat from animals dying off. Is the stream lagging? It probably is. I do have a fast connection, but it's I don't know. YouTube. I blame YouTube. This will take a long time to build, but we can start roughing things out here. So use a liquid reservoir. Now I want that to be out of steel because it's going to get really hot in here. Like that. That's going to go into an aqua tuner. I think I'll make that out of steel as well because it's going to get really hot. Maybe I'll just get those things built first before we continue on here. You can put a vacuum around a chamber like this to keep it perfectly cool, or you can do multiple layers of insulation, which is not perfect, not a perfect insulator. But there's also the insulating material, which is new, which we can make in the forge here. It's just called insulation. Let's just make a bunch of that. Hopefully things have cooled down here. Not really. Oh, use super speed? Super speed has a bug that messes up the rocket. It comes back way too early. But, okay, I'll use it. If Lifegrow's watching, I'm sorry. He doesn't like it when I use super speed because it messes things up. There we go. Now, the later you get in the game with more lag, super speed is less and less effective, but it seems to be a little bit faster. That's good. I'm going to mute for a second here and have a drink. What do I like to drink? I tend to... Are you talking alcoholic drinks? I like rum and cokes. In terms of regular drinks, I drink pretty much just water. I don't really drink juice or milk or anything like that. I don't usually drink my calories. Okay, the rocket is back already. See, it shouldn't have been that fast, but because I'm using super speed, it came in way faster. Oh, and we're melting. We melted something down here. Oh, we got this neural vacillator thing I should use, the recharge. Let's do that, because those are fun. Little brain machine. Someone said there's a bug with them, but let's try to recharge it and see if it works. Let me go back up here. That's what that little egg thing is. Now, some planets have it. I've only encountered 2 of them so far. Hey, Samsonite. Welcome. Yeah, the vacuum method is very good for sure. Someone suggested I build doors around the outside of this thing. Set them up into some automation and then open all the doors at once and it'll create a vacuum. I might do that. The alternative is to just leave a gap and use a gas pump and suck the air out until you get a vacuum. Okay, so now we can start kind of hooking this thing up. For reals. Granite. Is granite going to be okay in here? I think it'll probably melt. So I'll use ceramic. And for insulated, if I have enough ceramic, I'm going to use ceramic. Yeah, let's use ceramic. So we'll be going in here. I only use a bridge here just to save some space. Goes in there. And then the output is... Wow, now I can't tell what I'm doing. Output's out here. Goes into a sensor. The liquid temperature sensor. And we're going to make that out of... This is going to be in a steam room. We could use niobium. I'll use niobium. Don't have to. Steel's probably good enough. Then more insulated. With ceramic. Into the into the aquatuner. And if it's shut off, it'll go this way instead. Where do I make glass and steel? I'll show that in a second. I just have to think here what I'm doing. Okay, if it goes through here, branches off. Okay, I'm gonna put a bridge right here as well. So basically, if it's too warm, sorry, if it's too cold, if it's too cold, it won't go into the. It'll disable the aquatuner and it'll go up instead. And my mouse pointer's not in the right place, so it's gonna be really annoying. But it'll go into this bridge instead and come back down. I've never built this design either. This is Lifegrow's design. Who's a Twitch streamer? Check him out, Lifegrowski. I'll put a link in the description once I publish this video. So then these can merge and go back into our cooling loop, which will be coming down this way. And then we need a steam generator to suck up all this heat. And this we want, I'll make this out of steel. Should be a good temperature. Does this have to, I could put it over to the left here. I don't think it really matters where if it touches the aquatuner. It probably helps, but someone's sleeping. Oh, I'm not on full speed. Just checking out the chat here. Am I making a crude oil boiler? No, I'm making... This will be for liquid oxygen, or liquid hydrogen. I just have to figure out where I want to put this. That's probably okay right there. What? Oh my gosh. You're Jesh. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, Lifegrovski. Yeah, he is a PG. maybe he's rated R. He's pretty funny though. I like watching him. So we're gonna have to seal this off from everything else. Did I leave room for my pump? Probably not. I'm not very good at planning, as you can probably tell. Let's use ceramic. We got lots of ceramic. So I'm gonna come actually down here, like this. I kind of overshot here. Actually, I might leave room for other stuff. So we'll leave that in there. I guess I'll make these ladders out of ceramic. That's probably a waste, but. Oh, it's okay. I don't mind losing food. We got a good reserve. The liquid reservoir has an overheat. When you make it out of steel, it overheats at 275. Oh, that might not be warm enough. I mean, I'm gonna make that out of niobium, I think. 275. Yeah. Actually, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. But to be safe, we can make it out of... Well, I made this out of steel, so... Oh, actually, I don't destroy that. Actually, I'll make it out of niobium. Oh, I've got the... Deconstruct all set. I don't like that. Okay, deconstruct. We'll rebuild that. Yeah, I read that as dollars. I have no idea what currency that is. But any amount is nice. Okay, we're gonna need a pump up here. That I'll make out of thermium. It's overkill. And that's just gonna send the steam from the top to the bottom. Let's go straight down, I guess. High pressure vent. Steel. Is it gonna be enough? I think everything is gonna be fine. Well, thank you, Samsonite. Thank you very much. Wow, so many super chats. Thank you very much. Very appreciated. I'm saving up to buy a new hard drive because I'm going to run out of hard drive space at some point, storing all these 4K videos. So your money will go towards that. I have no idea what all these currencies are. What priority did I do all this? 7? Okay, let's do super speed again. Get this thing done. Lifegrow will watch this later, maybe, and he'll be like, tisk, 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 using super speed. I gotta take some of this, put some of these plants out. We're releasing a bunch of chlorine here, which is kind of yucky. Oh, I got some serious lag, especially on super speed. I should use this, just leave this abyssalite here, because it's perfect insulator. I'm gonna have to insulate the top of this. Oh, I was not planning this very well. This is all still gonna get pretty hot. Maybe I can get away with it. Let's just see here. How far does this go up? Oh, we're protected. We're protected by the bunker doors, so we can do this. Watch someone get trapped in here. Oh, that doesn't even line up. Oh, that's lag. Got some serious lag. Okay, again, I built this thing too close to my rocket, because I think it's going to get really hot in here. Yeah, the game is super laggy. Sorry, I'm getting like 16 frames a second. And my Frankenstein... What? Why did this neural vacillator end up down here? What the heck? I'm gonna go back down here, see if they actually recharged the thing. Nope, they didn't. Cancel recharge. Okay, it does look like there's a bug with it. I don't know why it ended up in our steam chamber though. I'll show you my fish tank. Someone was asking about it. Oh, thank you, Patty, for the super chat. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be doing more tutorials in the future, for sure. Now it was 0 degrees in here, but it's been warming up. I'm trying to make the gulpfish in here by keeping it cool, but... And I had one gulpfish in here at one point, but it's slowly warming up due to their body heat. Yeah, it's super lag. Super speed is super lag. Someone asked about glass making. I was making my glass over here. Right up in here. I had a little glass area here. I made all the glass I needed, and then I tore it down because it was getting really hot in here, so... This was a nice place to build it because it was cooling everything down, but... Oh, I'm still making ceramic. Let's stop doing that. My ceramic building, or making, is right here. My kiln. Right by the supercooler. Ideally, this room would be in hydrogen, but like this one, but I didn't do it yet. Go back to normal fast speed? Okay. There we go. They're about the same with the amount of lag I get. This thing down here I didn't really talk about. This is my oxalate production. And I've turned it off because I don't really need it anymore, but I'll turn it on quickly. Maybe. There we go. This is similar to my oxygen setup. Uses filters, which is a waste of power, but I like to waste power. These things use a lot of power, 1200 watts. It's all heavy watt wire. Don't think there's any automation except my little power shutoff here. On a hydro sensor, just so I can flip it on and off. I'm not streaming at 4K this time, I'm streaming at 1080. Anyway, I'm going to turn this thing back off. We have tons of power, but we don't need any more oxalate. Okay, back to the top we go. Oh, the rocket has been refilled. I should probably launch it. Is Hank inside? Cargo bay not empty. Oh, the bane of my existence. I could just jump. I could dump the cargo on the ground. But, yeah, Super C, it makes more pauses more... It's true. More frequent. My problem here is that all these containers are full of things like diamond and... I should build some diamond storage down at the bottom. In my storage area. Now I think it's under MISC. Just put all the diamond in there. That's gonna make them run around, but at least they won't be idle. My gantries. Yeah. I should retract them. I always forget to retract them and then they melt down. I don't want to dump this cargo because some of this stuff will melt when the rocket launches. So I actually want to offload it. Oh, I should put the diamond here instead. It's closer. I could make it sweep only and then jettison it from here. This is super micromanagement, which I don't like. Copy those settings. All the diamond falls out. And let's sweep that up. And hopefully they'll stick it in here. There they go. Move that diamond. Okay, I'm gonna need more storage containers. Just to soak up that extra diamond. What's clogging up this thing? Fluorine and coal. I've got some liquid here. What is this? Naphtha. Oops. That's not supposed to be there. Let's copy those settings. Okay, I think I can restore. Allow this now to have diamond. And this should work. Let's see here. No, something else is clogging it up. What is in here? Oh yeah, there's no place to put fullerene. So I really need to make... Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Let's make more supercoolant. That should load it from here to here. Oh, it can't reach it. Oh yeah, that's what's going on. We'll figure this out. So there's a bug right now where fullerene, you can't store it in a container. So the only way to get it out is to kind of load it either directly out of this conveyor receptacle right into the molecular forge, or to get the dupes to manually move it. Either way, it's kind of... Yeah, the game's pretty laggy. Especially during the autosave. Okay, hopefully we can clear that out. Let's finish off this project here. This will be the side wall. We're gonna need power for all this. Oh, things are getting destroyed. Yeah, I should never have built this under my rocket. Good night, Armin. There's a bug report for the fullerene, pretty sure. Okay, what I'm gonna need a special power line here. We got too much on that line. And this power line might even melt. Oh no, it's steel. That's good. Oh wow, this is really getting destroyed. I might rip this all apart. Because once that breaks, we're in big trouble. Maybe I'll deconstruct my rocket for now. Maybe I should launch it first. Are we finally empty? No. Okay, screw it. I'm gonna just empty storage. Just dump everything out. We're probably gonna lose our stuff because it will melt, but let's just see here. What do we have here? We got... Oh, I think they already picked up the good stuff. There's another bug right now where they can't dig out. There's like one piece of a regolith gets stuck and you can't dig it, so you have to reload from a save. I hope I don't get into that state because that would be really bad. Unreachable dig. Yes. Do they have enough steel to make that? Yes, they do. My stuff is falling apart. It's nice and chilly in here, though. How much liquid oxygen do we have now? 400 kilograms. Looks good. Now, when you finally want to get your liquid oxygen out, you can send it in a loop up to your rocket and then back down. That way, it won't stay in the pipes and slowly warm up and break your pipes. Okay, what's going on with this? That's reachable. It says it's unreachable. Really? I don't believe it. They can come along here. Yeah, it's reachable. Gantry. Oh yeah, I should probably get this off. Where are my dupes? They're all taking coffee breaks. Here we go, finally. Yeah, I don't know why they say they can't. They can't reach the dig, but they can definitely build the steam turbine. I think I built this room too big. This is definitely going to need insulation up top, so let's do that. I'm probably going to seal it off here, so that's kind of in the way. Actually, let's just do this. Oops. It's too laggy. I'm gonna need another circuit over here. We do have our heavy conductive wire here. I could just branch off that. This is gonna be very messy. Very messy indeed. We can go in there and get all that free food. I'll send that conductive wire through. We'll do a transformer. Stick a transformer in here. It's nice and cool. Did I fix my space scanners? I added to them. I didn't really fix them. I haven't been promoting my dupes just because it's kind of boring. Look at all that food. The Dreckos are free. Okay, just so this is a little bit faster, I'm gonna just stick a transformer in here. So we can get some power in there. Gold should be fine. Turn it around. We'll use heavy conductive wire. Bring it over to here. And then we're gonna need power for all this stuff. I did start with 20 dupes. Whenever they go in the rocket, they disappear from the counter. I consider it a bug. We can actually launch, so let's just launch this puppy here. I think we can launch. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I gotta set my destination. I did send it. What's going on? What? Is it still full? No. Missing gantry. It doesn't need a gantry to take off. What? I still feel like they need to fix a lot of bugs. Maybe it doesn't have. Oh, it doesn't have oxalate. That's what's going on. Disregard. It's not a bug. It's my stupidity. Yeah, this liquid in here is super coolant. Okay, here they go. We can finish this power line with iron. Do I want to use iron? I don't think power lines can melt, but I don't think... I'm gonna use... Well, I'll use iron up until... Where do I want to drag this in? Let's go up to up to here. I don't need to use steel in here, but I'm going to anyway. So that should all be connected. I need to seal this off. That's all built. I don't really need a pressure sensor in here, but I'm going to put one in just in case I ever want to turn things on and off. So we'll make that out of steel. And we'll hook that up with some steel. 14 tiles away. Yeah, I wasn't sure what the magic distance was for the scanners. And it's interesting that light shines through them, so that's kind of good. I could, if I was going to redo my whole top part of my base with the solar panels and everything, I would definitely fix things. Yeah, my mouse is just misaligned. I know. I'm sorry. It's hard to do a practice stream to make sure everything is working, but now I know. It's my recording software, and there's a special thing I have to do to make it fix that issue. When this insulation breaks, bad things are going to happen. I'm going to have to tear all this down. But maybe we can use the liquid oxygen first, and then I don't care if this gets kind of warmed up again. Okay. It's slowly coming together here. So I need a bit of a hydrogen holding area down here. So I'll start building that out. It doesn't have to be very big. Let's do... I'll do 4 high. Like that. Let's make it line up with this nicely. Watch them get stuck down here, or get their heads stuck. You can't make insulation out of abyssalite anymore, not directly. You can make it out of insulator. Wow, everything is breaking in here. What is breaking? My pipe? Yeah, my insulated gas pipe. Did it get too... Oh, it might have got too cold and turned to liquid? No, probably not. The insulation I'm using in here is either igneous rock or ceramic. I do have some of the super insulator, like if I go here and do insulation, I can use this stuff, but I only have 3,100 kilograms of it. So I'm using it for very special cases, like probably the hydrogen pipes, I might use that insulation. The special insulation is made out of, let's just go here and make some. It is made out of isoresin, abyssalite, and reed fiber. So finally a use for reed fiber beyond snazzy suits. Okay, we'll finally get building in here. So this is just going to be the cooling loop. And I'm going to make that out of radiant, probably tungsten if I have enough. Is that what I want? Tungsten? Yeah, that should be fine. I think that's what I used before. Let's just see here. Oh, I used iron. Let's just use iron. The materials don't usually have an issue with being too cold. It's about being too hot that's kind of the issue. So that'll loop around and go back in there, like that. We're going to do hydrogen in here, so... And later on, I should do a vacuum around this, or double insulation. But I think I might just do double insulation. We'll see. Oh yeah, reloading an old base that has abyssalite insulation. Still works, that's cool. One insulated tile touching the rocket's bunker. Yeah, these should not be touching. I should have left a gap here. Because I do have a vacuum. And I could technically go in here and move things down. But I think I'm going to tear this apart and just make this my main We'll do liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen out of this room. And we'll tear this down. And what I'll do is I'll build some conductive tiles in here and use the heat from each rocket launch, and we'll send that heat in here through maybe some thermal shift plates or something. Where do babies come from? This is the wrong channel for that. Check out Lifegrowski channel for that. I don't like how when you set the priority of a dig of a plant, it ignores it. I know you can dig the tile, but... Oh, they're so slow. Come on. I just don't want anyone to get their head buried. Okay, what do we got here? We got our power. Oh, we got the pump running already. That's no good. Let's turn that off. I should probably clear this chamber of all gases at some point. Now, do I have everything in here I need? These are all ceramic. Those will be fine. I gotta take these out. Not that one. Yeah, you need a lot of reed fiber. That is for sure. A lot of it I got just from the... I left the natural biomes alone, and then it just kind of grew in the wild. I'm at 1,700 hours in this game, I think. About 200 of those hours are probably AFK when I was doing my 5,000 cycle base. Yeah, you can store in a liquid reservoir. Oh, I forgot to rebuild my reservoir. Let's do that. I'm gonna use... Oh, it uses a lot of... Do I? I'm gonna use thermium. What the heck? I don't think it's necessary, but... I have to take down this ladder first, though. Please make the radiant pipe go along the top tile layer. Go along here. I might double insulate this. This is why I left a little bit of space. Now we're also going to need to send in hydrogen, so I should probably think about doing that. Let's do that. Does it need to be insulated? Not really. I'll just use standard granite tile. So that'll go in here. We'll use a high pressure vent. I don't think it's necessary, but... I'll use thermium again. That's also probably not necessary. Let's use a gas. I'm preheating my hydrogen by having this transformer here. $20,000 hours? Oh my god. Linty Carcass. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying it. Cool, Netherlands. I've been in the Netherlands once. Okay, we got the vent in. I'm gonna do a gas shutoff. Gas shut off. Can we put that in the way? No. This is just so I can turn it off if I want to. Probably not necessary, but... Wait, I don't really have a source of hydrogen yet. I should build an electrolyzer setup, but we do have we do have some hydrogen over here. Here's my copper thing I haven't fixed yet. I just blocked it off because I don't really need the copper. But we got some hydrogen right here that I could use for my liquid hydrogen. That's going to be a long, long pipe. So maybe I don't want to get it from there. Let's just see. Do I want to build a pipe that far? I don't think so. I think I would rather just make hydrogen close by with an electrolyzer. Let's just seal the bottom of this. Do I want to build a whole electrolyzer setup though? Just for this tiny experiment. Maybe I will build that pipe. Let's just see. It's a good source of hydrogen. There's a lot of it. They build pipes pretty fast, so let's just try this. Granite, it might become hot at some point, but should I go this way or should I go up and over? Oh. Yeah. Let's go up instead. We can do it. Gonna need a ladder for them. Actually, that's a really bad idea. Let's go right through there. Come on, save. Okay, we'll go this way. We'll take it right through here. I can go up here. Okay, that's gonna be a long ass pipe. And we need a ladder for them. Not ceramic. No, not ceramic. Take this tile out. Yeah, that's molten copper. There's some magma in there as well. I'm gonna need some power to bootstrap this thing up. And I'm gonna be lazy and put some coal in here, I think. It's 43 degrees. We'll do a quick and dirty. Oh, I could use hydrogen power. What am I thinking? Sometimes I don't think. Okay, we'll do hydrogen power right here. That's gonna let some heat in. Okay, change my mind. We will power it. I don't actually use up too much hydrogen, but actually, let's dig this first. Maybe I'll use coal. Let's just... I don't want to release this hydrogen though, so we're gonna put a tile right there. That's not gonna work. Let's just properly seal this off. I don't know why I'm doing a nice smooth surface here, but why not? Okay, I gotta catch up with the chat here. Yeah, it looks like ketchup. I've never streamed on Twitch yet. I'm gonna try it sometime. I'm like... This is my third stream ever in my life, so I'm like... technical difficulties already. Take more coal. Oh, talking about Amy's base. It's amazing how much coal the little hatch farm will make. I've got let's see here, 107 tons of coal just from hatches. Okay, they are taking their sweet time getting over here. It's a long way for them to go. Maybe there's a way to speed this up. Do I have them restricted from in here? I probably do. No, they're allowed in. I would like to stream more often. Here we got liquid copper. There's some magma in here as well. There was some granite sitting on the floor, which I forgot to get out. It's hot in there, that's for sure. I'll use that heat someday for something useful. Oh, they've been building this pipe this whole time. That's what they've been doing. Like they're lazy. Lazy little dupes. We'll go in here. So that's gonna come down here. I don't need this anymore. Don't need that anymore. Do a bridge over troubled water. And continue on with that hydrogen. I think I'll just go this way. Okay, probably don't want to go in there. Yay, we've reached the other side. Okay. Now I'm going to seal this room up. I think we'll probably should do a sweep first. Get all that junk out of there. How old am I? I'm in my 40s. I'm an old fart. When you say lag, do you mean like the stream is like stuttering or something? Or do you mean like the game is laggy? Tearing pixels. I'm using this program called Claw, which I don't know if you've ever heard of. Gray Still Plays. He's a streamer. Or actually, he's a YouTuber. He suggested it a long time ago, so I tried it, and it has some issues. I should probably just use OBS, but I do a lot of stuff in 4K, and OBS doesn't handle 4K very well. At least it didn't used to, because it didn't use your GPU for compression. But now it does, so I might give it another try. Yeah, the 80s were the best, right, Amy? '80s movies, '80s music. Exactly, 40 is the new 50. Yeah, I don't feel 40. Occasionally, I feel 40 in one of my knees, but that's probably from too much running. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, I can't seal it up yet. We don't have much pressure. Oh, we have no pressure in here at all, though. Uh-oh, something just landed. Something just landed on here. It's not good. Oh, the asteroids are sneaking in that little tiny hole. Jeez. How dare they? That is not good at all. Can we fit one more bunker tile in there? I think we can stick 2 in there without issue. My connection... I'm on fiber. I get 150 megabit up and down. Oh, video output low. Yeah, I see that now. Now it's fine. Stream health just went to green again. It was red for a second. Okay, they've almost cleaned this all out. Do I have everything I want? I do want to clear this room out. I want to make a vacuum. I'm gonna put a separate pump in for that. No, actually, how do I want to do this? Oh, I don't. I'll just do this. This will work. We'll just cut this pipe off later, and then it won't have anywhere to go. All my settings, like, sorry, my PC setup is in my about page. I forget which CPU I have. It's a couple years old. Actually, it's closer to 4 years old. My GPU is 980 TX or GTX Ti. 32 gigs of RAM. Just open a hole in the ceiling. No, I want to completely make a vacuum, so... Oh, my automation. Maybe I should set that up. We're getting close here. We're getting close. We're getting close to the... running out of time, too. Okay, so do I have all my pipes? Oh, I gotta put my liquid reservoir back in. Let's do that. Out of thermium. Overkill. Holy lag during saves. That is where I want it. It'll be a miracle if this thing works. It will be a miracle. Okay, so that's input, output, sensor. Sensor we want if below minus 210. I think it's below, not above. Someone tell me otherwise. It'll turn the aqua tuner off if it is below 210. Yeah, that's right. Oh, AD&D, yeah. I only played AD&D a bit. Yeah, 980G at GTX, yeah. My CPU temps? This game, it doesn't really hurt the CPU. It only uses one core, I think. I was really into MUDs, multi-user dungeons, which were like D&D, but they were text-based online games. They started to come out in like the early days of the internet, like the early 90s. They were really fun. Text-based only, but super fun. I probably had more fun playing those than any game. Neither my CPU or my GPU get to 100% on this game. It's just a really poorly optimized game. They have a lot of work to do, and that's what they're going to do in the next patch, I think. I don't know if they'll ever make it multi-core. I know Samsonite does core affinity, so he sets one CPU core to do all the work, and I think that works on some CPUs like Threadripper and stuff, but I do not do that. Okay, we should probably sweep all this garbage out of here. Not that garbage, that's unreachable. Okay. Okay, we got our pipe. Got our aqua tuner. We got a hydrogen source at some point. Put some automation on there. Just so I can turn it on and off. We'll use a hydro sensor. Why not? That works. Oh yeah, my stream encoder is probably... Actually, it's probably not working that hard either. It really was just YouTube. I think it's like the connection between me and YouTube got a little bit coughed, a little choked up. Because streaming at 1080 shouldn't be... Encoding this should not be an issue. I'll try OBS in the future, see if it's any better than it was when I tried it a year ago. I'm totally bad at streaming too because I can't multitask very well. I can barely record a video and talk at the same time versus like talk and play, but reading the chat, talking and playing. My old brain can't keep up. No donation link. I have a Patreon now. I set that up at the beginning of the month. I'll put a link to it in my about page. I don't think there's one there just yet. I already have 2 patrons. It's pretty awesome. Got 2 patrons in the first 2 days, I think. First day, maybe. I should play Factorio. I have tried it. I like it. I did do there's a playlist. I have videos for Factorio. You can see me play very poorly because I didn't know all the ratios and all the. There's just so much detail. I use power line Ethernet, so it goes through my power sockets. I could be getting minor issues from that. I should just use Cat 6 to my router. But it is fiber, like I said. It should not be an issue. Okay, where's that hydrogen? I think I need to hook up some power over there. Oh, scrolling is slow. Oh yeah, power. Okay. I should use coal power because this hydrogen will get used up. So let's just use coal. Coal generator. Sure. I'll use a smart battery over to the left here. Smart battery right there. Use some crappy wire. Automation. Oh yes, liquid pump. Thank you for reminding me about the liquid pump. Do I need water? Do you mean in real life? I could probably use a drink. Yeah, sorry about my mouse cursor. I apologize profusely. It's messed up. Oh, Samson, I thought you already left. Thank you. Thank you for sticking around. 1 a.m. Yeah, that's late. Get to bed. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks, Ben. Samsonite is, I don't know if he minds me saying this, but he's also on the Klei forums a lot as Saturnus. I think that's right. And I think he knows more about this game than maybe anyone. He knows a lot. I think he has a fairly technical job as well, so he gets into the physics and stuff of it. Okay, is this pipe? Uh-huh. There is a small issue, as there commonly is. Critter starvation. I know my molten slicksters are starving. I'm not giving them enough CO2. See you later, Ethan. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I know. Ethernet cable is like... it's the best thing to use. Power line has issues sometimes, like when we run the microwave, but... it just means that we have an ugly cable. We'd have to put it in the wall, and I don't want to tear through any walls. I think the power line internet that I'm using has like I forget, like, it's like 100 megabit, I think. It's similar to Cat 5, but I should use Cat 6 directly from the router to my computer. Yeah, it's 340 here. Daylight savings messed me up a little bit. But I got to sleep in an extra hour. Gabe Anzo. How's it going? I have O2 venting into space. I do? It's possible. No. Do I? Oh, you mean the oxygen that was right here? Yeah, that's fine. I used to put together, I used to build out server rooms, rack servers, install network equipment, so yeah. That was a long time ago, but I did a bit of that in my day. Oh, Walking Dead. Go enjoy. I love that show. I'm a little bit behind. I've only seen episode 1 and 2 of the new season, so gotta catch up. Okay, do we have hydrogen? We have hydrogen flowing. And being blocked. That's good. Perfect. Okay. Liquid pump. That is a good idea. Let's build a liquid pump. Stick it in the bottom here. Closest to the rocket. It's going to be a bit of a pathway to the rocket, actually. We want it to be a super short path. So I might actually take out this abyssalite and replace it. So that we can put a pipe. Yeah, pipe through here. Oh man, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna send this liquid oxygen. Maybe I'll do it this way. Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, am I gonna build in here? I'll probably bring my liquid oxygen up around the corner here. Ideally, this whole thing would have been like right here. That way we could send our oxygen just a few tiles. Data center tech, yeah. I was doing data center stuff on behalf of a startup company, so it wasn't my full-time job. I'm by no means an expert, but I was racking servers. Lots of servers. Okay, power. I think if I had built this while not streaming, it would have been much faster. Okay. Liquid pump. That is in the way. Oh my gosh. That is not the best place for it. I could truncate my cooling loop, or I could move it to the side, but then it has to... it'll be fine on the left. We'll do the cooling, we'll do the oxygen line up the left and over. That way we avoid all this heat over here. Yes. That will work nicely. Now it's going to be freaking cold, so in this case I'm going to actually use the super insulator. We're not going to hook it up yet, but we're going to seal this room up at some point. Oh no, we got hydrogen going in already. I actually have to suck all the air out of this room as well. There's a gap in my hydrogen line. What are you talking about? Where? Oh, look at all this locks we have. Holy crap, it's been building up pretty nicely. There's a gap in my hydrogen line. What does that have to do with oxygen? What? Okay, this needs power. Iron. Can we put iron in here? Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm gonna put a hydrosensor in here so I can control the flow of the liquid oxygen. There we we go. Yes, I'm from Canada. Now, how am I going to make a vacuum in here? We're going to, if I leave anything in here other than hydrogen, we're going to get liquid oxygen in the line, which I do not want. But we could just dump it into space. That would work. Yeah, and then once we've removed all the liquids that we don't want, we'll hook up the... Yeah, that'll work. There's no gap in the base. You're venting into space. I'm potentially losing oxygen out of this door when it opens, and this door when it opens. But other than that... This door, when they open it, yeah, this is actually going out into space. Yeah, that's okay. They don't really need oxygen in here. Technically, a little bit of oxygen could get out of here once in a while. Oh, at the hydrogen line I just built. Oh, we got CO2 in here. Crap! How did we get CO2 in there? Oh, from the coal generator. Oh, jeez. Okay. We'll put a filter on it, just to be sure. Gas filter, priority 9. That's in a vacuum. I can't put it there. We'll send it down. Send it down first. Oh my gosh. See, I make mistakes and then I make more mistakes and then I patch them over with more mistakes. It works pretty well. You should try it. Okay, that's gonna go in there. Pure hydrogen will come out and in there, and everything else will send down. Here, high pressure vent. I gotta mute my mic just for a second here. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Let's pick hydrogen. I gotta go find that CO2 and delete it out of the pipe. And then we'll replace it. Hopefully there's no more. Okay, oxygen. I don't know where I'm losing oxygen, but yeah, this map has a crazy amount of water. I do have a ridiculous amount of oxygen anyway, so I'm not really worried about losing some of it. Okay, let's replace that pipe. I think that'll be good. Once they finish building it. Yeah, there's too much water to use on this map. I haven't been able to use it all. There's a full water geyser I haven't even tapped into that. It's just crazy. And I have more than enough oxygen for 20 dupes. I could probably take on 50 dupes with the amount of water I have. Maybe even 60, but the lag would kill me. At some point I'll figure out where I'm losing oxygen. Just add a comment to the video and I'll look in detail. Okay, how are we doing here? We got the pump. I think we're getting close to firing this thing up. Hydrogen. This is getting destroyed. How? Asteroids are getting into this tiny little crack. Let's add a little shield here. I will try to do more live streams in the future. Please build a mechanical door over the hydrogen line, or just under the transformer room. Mechanical door over the hydrogen line. Just under the transformer room. Oh! Yes! Yes! I see what you mean. I see what you mean. How about we just do this? Plunk. I think that's what you mean. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and there's actually... I see what I've done. My bad. We can just do this. There we go. Okay. Problem solved, maybe. This is gonna break down pretty soon here. Start vacuuming this room out and sealing it up. Ceramic. I want to get this done before we're finished. I think it's safe to seal this. I think I have everything I need. If not, we can always go back in. Oh, look at that. I'm an idiot. We're just sending some gas that way. And some gas that way. But that will actually eventually... Oh no, that's sealed. Oh, geez. We're gonna get... We don't want anything but water in here. Actually, I can't seal this up yet. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm gonna need water in here for sure. Let's do that before I forget. Bottle emptier. This other crap in here I'll just leave in there, I guess. Maybe I'll leave the Drecko in the liquid hydrogen room and see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna need to bring some supercoolant in as well. I do have this here. I could... Gotta find a space for it to go through. Or I could just steal some of it from here. Yikes. Okay. How do I want to do this? Probably don't want to use this line, but I'm all jammed up here. Okay, we'll use ceramic up that way, and then I'll have room to bring the supercoolant over. We'll make Drecko dust. Unreachable dig. that out. And then we'll take a pipe over this way. Ceramic. It doesn't need to be ceramic. Granite's fine. Go this way. We'll bridge over. And then I need a bridge to get into this system, I think. Somewhere. Where can we insert? Yeah, it'll be like a bit of a dice roll for these little guys. Now if I put a... If I put a thing in here, is it going to cause a problem? I don't think so. We're going to be losing a bit of our radiator if I do this. But I don't care too much. Like that. Okay. Ah, the lag is unbearable. Okay, that's good. That's good. The pump's disabled. Let's enable that. Get some coolant in the system. Now, it's okay if we put too much because we got our liquid reservoir, which acts as a buffer. So I think this will work. Come in here, in there. We're losing a bit of radiator here, but that's okay. Got the exit. We gotta clear this room. Oh, we got a vacuum. Nice. We got carbon dioxide in here, though, which I do want to vent out. So I should probably put a pump in there temporarily. Or, well, it won't be temporarily. It'll be in there. It'll be there forever. And it'll be, we'll use thermium, and we'll just blast everything out. Insulated pipe, ceramic, boom. Let's just send it right up to the vacuum of space. And we don't want that thing running forever. Certainly not. So I'll put a Atmos sensor made of niobium. So I can turn that off and then power. Oh, is iron power going to be okay? I'm always worried about the overheating of iron. I think I've already made these iron though. Steel. Let's make those out of steel. I don't think it makes a difference, but it could get really hot in here. I know. I need to I need to concentrate, or it'll be like a 4-hour stream. Notice how I'm ignoring everything else going on in the base. I haven't looked at the base in like half an hour. Let's make sure it's okay. It's a little bit warm, but it's fine. What do we have here? What the hell? Why did I put bleachstone in here? What? One of you trolled me and put bleachstone in there. I would never do that. Let's stick it in here. What the heck happened there? That's bizarre. Why would I put bleachstone in there? Anyway, I'm glad I checked. Getting chlorine in the base. Okay, vacuum on the top. They're almost done this. Priority 9. We got super coolant. No. What the heck? Where did it all go? Oh, it's all in the reservoir. Haha. Okay, that's okay. It'll reseed itself. How much do we have in here? 1,300 kilograms. That should be more than enough. So we will nick this pipe here and here. I used a radiant pipe there. Oops. No one's died on the stream, except for Hank. Actually, he's not dead, but he's kind of dead. He's hibernating. Maybe I should launch this thing. Let's see if we can do it. Retract the gun trees. And can we launch with the rubble at the bottom? Yeah, we can. Okay, I didn't know you could do that. Maybe they changed it, because... Oh, I just fried my setup. And it just obliterated all that stuff. Did any heat make it over here? No. Yeah, the reservoir, nice little touch. It prevents lock up and issues. Okay, once we get this to be a vacuum, is that buildable? Yeah. Oh, there they go. But they're hungry. I don't like how the new abyssalite works with the oil biomes at the bottom now. Sometimes you'll get some abyssalite that will be like 500 degrees or 1,000 degrees, and if it touches the oil, it turns into sour gas, and you get sour gas explosions. Okay, what's going on here? Build. There's one section left. I should use this liquid oxygen before it fills the tank. Okay, we got a vacuum being created. Let's seal that up. Ceramic. That might be the final little bit. Might be it. Do we have hydrogen? We have hydrogen. Oh my gosh, is this gonna actually work? Water in the room? Oh yes. I'm glad I have help. Water. Priority 7. What are we talking about? Priority 9. Enable auto bottle. Don't need much water in here, but some. Did the Duke take damage? Probably. I've seen them stand under... No, they're all good. I've seen dupes, get hit directly with a giant meteorite, and they're fine. It'd be funny if it threw them. It didn't kill them, but it threw them like you know how the regolith bounces around? It'd be funny if it threw the dupes around. Okay, this is priority 9. Do we have a water pump anywhere? I don't even know if I do. I think I do. Yeah, there's one here. I put a little vent here so it just keeps this little water trough full. And I gotta fix this. I gotta remove this around because... Okay, one thing I want to talk about just for a second here. And that's the pathfinding. So, I clicked on show navigation. This is all the places that Meep can go. So you can see all the pathfinding lines. But check out beside... When you put your fire pole beside your ladder, look at the pathfinding. Because it means that they can go over at any point. Now I don't know if that has a performance impact, but if it does, that's why I have a pole going down on the right and a ladder going up on the right. Sorry, on the left. Okay, back to the task at hand. We don't have any water yet. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? I could grab this water instead. It would be much faster. Turn off the other water unbottler. Yes. They might be going in an infinite loop. Good point. We have water. We have water. We have steam already. Why is it so freaking hot in here? Now hopefully we can get all the CO2 out with the steam getting in the way. Yeah, I tried the jet suits. It's crazy. The whole map fills with pathfinding lines. I'm kind of running out of time here. I've gone a little bit over. I just want to get this thing running before I stop. Need a bit more water in here. I don't know how much we technically need. We got maybe a couple 100 kilograms per tile. Okay, that should speed things up. Yeah, the poor fish. You mean the fish in the base? Cold fish? Just waiting for the water. So I'm just going to double check my work here. So we got supercoolant. It's going to come in here. If it is below 210, it's going to turn off the aqua tuner, which means it'll have to go up instead of in. So it'll go up here through the bridge, back down, and go through a radiator and just loop. Actually, this design's a little bit different because it's going to go in here. Anyway, go back into the reservoir, and then oh yeah, it'll just the loop will just be through here. Yeah, that's all good. And then if it's warm enough, it'll go in the aqua tuner, come out here, colder, yeah. And we're gonna send in hydrogen, nice hot hydrogen. 20 degrees. Now, it's better to pre-cool this, but oh yeah, the fish, tropical fish in the last episode. They're all in a tiny little boiling tank. Okay, 92 kilograms. I just want to make sure there's enough. If there's not enough, how much steam do we have in here? 8 kilograms, 17 or 11. We're probably good to go. Let's seal it up. Auto bottler. That's gonna melt in there. I should probably take that out. What does it melt at? Let's just get rid of it. Oh, you know what I'll do? Just in case we need more water later, I will do a. That's what I'll do. See, I'm so smart. SMRT. Let's go. Niobium. Yeah. So if we need more water, I'll have a way to get in there without cracking this back open, because I don't want to go back in there. Liquid bridge at the end of the radiator. You are correct. It is. Facing the wrong way. Okay, let's get rid of that. In fact, I'm going to replace it with the radiated pipe because that's better. We got enough stuff in the system now. Niobium. I've been using tungsten. Let's use or actually, what did I do in here? Tungsten? Sure. Nothing can get too cold. There we go. No bridge necessary. So that, and then that, and then we'll seal it in, and we'll turn it on. And then we'll wait for 200 cycles until we get liquid hydrogen. Don't forget to seal the hydrogen room. Yep. Oh, we're gonna seal the Drecko in there. Or not. He's safe. No. Don't go in there. It's not safe. Oh, watch him build himself in there. Where does all the hydrogen of your electrolyzers go? Some goes into the nullifier. Some goes into a hydrogen generator just to burn off. I should technically use that because I have a hydrogen vent that I haven't used that's been building up. No, it's not going to go 200 cycles. We'll see how fast we can get this thing going. Oh, I got air in there again. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. The Drecko! No! He is out of luck, I think. Get out. You can do it. You can do it. Get out of there. Oh, he's gonna get fried. It's a hostile environment. Someone build this tile before the Drecko goes back in. Stay there. Stay there. Don't go in. Oh no. We could teleport him out. Worst case. Well, this thing is already running and getting cold. Actually, no, it's not. What have I done wrong here? I think I have this backwards. There we go. Now it's cooling. Oh yeah, we'll see how long he survives. Okay, now it's running. And it started at, I forget what temperature, but we're at -1, -2. Oh, this thing is working pretty well. And the tuner is at 55-ish. Vacuum, vacuum. We don't want this ever to run again, so if pressure, current pressure 0, activate if above 20,000. The final settings. We'll let a bit of, I probably should have put some shift plates and stuff in here just to hold the coldness, but it's not necessary. So -10. We got to go really low here. This stuff has to go to minus. Oh, this has to actually go colder than -210. Let me check my notes here. Not quite sure exactly how cold this has to be set at. 255 maybe? 254, it'll drop it another 14. Let's just see. Yeah, this game is like HVAC simulator. Whoa, we got steam. We got steam already. So we're just pumping heat from here to here. That's all this thing is doing. It's a big heat pump. Don't vent the steam into space. No, I don't plan to. Oh, I am. Current pressure. Oh yeah, this is totally wrong. Okay, we lost a little bit. That's okay. Oh, yes, this... I gotta take this off. 39. I thought you meant this steam, but it's actually both. Minus 40. I'm surprised 170 people are still watching this. Okay. That is good. Gas over pressure. Oh, we might have... What? Oh yeah. I think that'll fix itself once it moves it this way. Liquid oxygen. Okay, let's let a little bit of hydrogen... Oh, we already have oxygen in there, but we could let a bit of hydrogen in. But not too much, because the more mass, the slower it'll be to cool. That's probably good for now. Okay, and now we wait. The hydrogen isn't on. Yeah, I know. We're gonna get some liquid oxygen first. Which I'm gonna need to just dump out somewhere. Some people pre-cool their hydrogen with their liquid oxygen, which is a really nice idea. So we could take this hydrogen line and send it through this liquid oxygen and really cool it down to minus 210 before we send it in here. But I kind of don't want to crack this open. Yeah, the Drecko. What's the safe temperature for a Drecko? He melts at 10,000. This will be a nice science experiment. We'll get to see the tolerances of the Drecko. Okay, how warm is this thing? 180 degrees. I should have done shift plates behind this to spread out the heat. Cold steam. 226. Oh, it'll get there. As long as this tuner doesn't overheat. 325. Yeah, we should be fine. I don't think we're gonna get a drop of liquid hydrogen anytime soon. We could go a little bit faster, but minus 88. Yeah, this is gonna take too long. Yeah, the recording software, I need to... It's really silly. It's a combination of my recording software plus my monitor plus... I actually need to log out of Windows and log back in, and that actually fixes the mouse cursor problem. It's something to do with the scaling plus the recording software, not knowing about the scaling. It's quite annoying, but... Minus 99. I'm not streaming 4K, I'm streaming 1080 today, because 4K doesn't work. Melting Dreckos, yeah, how cold is this guy? He says he's happy. I believe it. He gets cool. He must have really good insulation. It's that reed fiber insulation. Minus 11, 111. We still got a long ways to go here. Too long. Okay, we got steam. That's good. And we're so the steam in here is 200. The steam in here is 220. Nice. What is this set to? If current pressure above, below. This doesn't really matter too much. Oh, we got a little bit more. This thing is amazing at deleting heat. You don't usually use them for power. You can, but they're more about deleting the heat. And it's working quite magically. But it can't move the steam back, but eventually the steam will all get sucked out of this room. Yeah, there we go. Now some people use door pistons for this. I just prefer to use a pump. But using mechanized airlocks, you can build a piston with automation and push the steam back down, but I would rather just use the built-in pump because, hey, it's a pump and it works. My native resolution right now is 1080 actually, so I reset my old desktop and everything just so that everything would work, but clearly it doesn't. But I just need to log out of Windows and back in. It fixes the scaling issue, but I forgot to do it. Okay, how are we doing, Drecko? 23 degrees. Here we are, Mr. Drecko. Oh, comfort range. Livable range. Okay, 15 degrees. What will happen first? The Drecko dying? Or liquid hydrogen? Minus 152. We still have 100 degrees to go. I wish I could fast forward for you guys. I mean, this kind of makes sense. You're using hot steam to create energy. But in real life, you'd need a cooling tower. You can't just, you know. I need to wrap things up though. I'm way over schedule here. Minus 164. Overheat damage. No, I should have made it out of thermium. I might do some cheaty here because I don't want to rip this whole thing apart. So we'll do this. Close your eyes, folks. Close your eyes. Magic happening. Disregard. Magic happening. In the interest of... Whoa, that's not what I wanted. In the interest of getting this thing done. Thermium. Yeah, we built it out of thermium, right? No one saw anything right there. You all closed your eyes. Now it won't melt. Yeah, Alan, it's true. Supercoolant can easily turn into solid, but with this setup, with the reservoir, it kind of evens the temperatures out, and you actually don't get broken pipes, at least in theory. I've seen Lifegrowski, who's a Twitch streamer. He's built this setup pretty much the same as this, and it seems to be working for him. I did cheat, I'm sorry. Oh no, the Drecko, he just expired. I heard his little groan. I did gain thermium. I'm sorry. I need to somehow delete it. I will teleport the thermium off into the neutronium or something so I can't use it. Maybe I'll stick it in there. I don't know. What? Oh yeah, we got liquid oxygen. Not the desired product, but I'm not complaining. If pressure above 1, evacuate. Oh, we actually have to dump it somewhere. Oh crap, I gotta turn off auto build. There we go. Or I'm sorry, yeah, the Drecko. I should have saved his life. But we did it for science. We did it for science. Now, other stuff that's made out of steel in here might melt as well. But I hope not. That's thermium. That's thermium. The wire is steel. It hasn't melted yet. I don't think the wires will melt though. What are we at now? Minus 206. Let's go fast again. We have to get to minus 252. You're welcome for the... You're welcome, I don't know how to say your name. I'm gonna call you Brijesh. Brijesh. 221. I think this has to be closer to 240. We don't want to turn it into a solid. Okay, I'm gonna mute for a second here while this catches up. Okay. Oh, we're at minus 245. Oh, we got solid oxygen. Oh, that's gonna kind of mess things up. But let's see here. We're pretty close. Pretty darn close. So that'll go through at 240 and then drop 14. Minus 250, minus 254. Not quite cool enough. Oh, actually, 1255. Yeah, that should be fine. We got solid oxygen, which is pretty cool. It's like popcorn. We got oxygen popcorn. It turns into a solid at minus 218. Okay. See you later, Dave. Probably should have done more things in this episode, but I just really wanted to get this liquid hydrogen thing going. Because then we'll be able to do a hydrogen rocket next time using this funky hydrogen engine. Look at this thing, it's a monster. It's a monster. This thing is, it's at minus 240. Minus 253. Should get some any minute now. And because the layers of liquid can't be in the same tile, it should end up in this second row here. Bye, Linty. Actually, the supercoolant can go much cooler. Let's just see here. Supercoolant can go down to minus 266. Oh, we can go way more. Okay. 266. Minus. Let's just try this. 65. Actually, that might be a little bit too cold. It's a bit of a balancing act. Oh yeah, there we go. We got liquid hydrogen. We have it. Just gotta make sure I don't fry this thing. I think I might have it set to... Okay, look at that. It's pretty pink liquid hydrogen. Yay! We did it! What a magical looking substance. Okay, we've done it. I'll let this build up. And in the next episode... This will be an episode, and then the next episode we'll swap out this rocket. I might launch it a few more times. Try out liquid oxygen, and then we'll get a hydrogen rocket going. Oh, it all disappeared again. But I'll... Off camera, we'll get some more hydrogen going. We had it, and then it went away. I think I just put this too low, that was the issue. So, hope you enjoyed that. That's gonna be it. Since there's a delay in the recording here, I'll wait for everyone to say their goodbyes. And then we'll be signing off. Thanks everyone for joining. That was the biggest stream I've ever done in terms of people watching. Stop the pump. Oh yeah. I gotta get that liquid oxygen out of there, but I guess it's all gonna be solid in a second anyway. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. I'll try to do live streams more often. Maybe once a month. They stress me out. And I will be uploading this to the channel in case you missed it. Okay, I'll stop the pump. Yeah, that Drecko sacrificed his life. Enjoy The Walking Dead, Amy. Goodbye, Sergeant Chowder. Okay, there's a delay, so it seems like I'm just going to be saying goodbye, but I will be stopping the stream now if I can figure out how to do that. Yes, there's a special key I need to hit. Okay. See y'all later. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.